It was one of the biggest games in local basketball history. Hazleton area against Lower Merion in the 1995 PIAA Quad A playoffs. Many local fans were excited to see how the Cougars would handle a star junior from Philadelphia named Kobe Bryant. The Cougars won the game in overtime. Bryant's death in a helicopter accident with his daughter and 7 others shocked the nation over the weekend. Right now we'll take a look back at Bryant's game against Hazleton with an excerpt from an interview I did a few years ago with Hazleton area athletic director Fred Barletta, who was a broadcaster for the Cougar games back then. Then I wanted to share part of a segment from our sister show, Community NEPA News I Do, with Standard Speaker sports editor Dave Seaman.
We knew at that time that this guy was clearly one of the best players in the entire country. And he was a junior, but at that time the talk was already there. This guy maybe was going to be a lottery pick in the NBA, and sure enough he was. But it was amazing because they were the favorite team that night, and Kobe had a marvelous first half. He set a record, most points ever scored against the Cougars in one half of basketball. And they kind of made some adjustments, slowed him down. They didn't stop him by any means.
Dave, we always talk about sports, maybe bringing people together and being this thing where you take a look at your life a little bit through the lens of sports, and here's a larger-than-life figure who passes away, and it just shocks everybody. Makes you probably think of, you have daughters and family, makes you think about that.
It offers a lot of perspective. Last year, or 2 years ago, it's going to be, I got a phone call about my son being hit by a car at Westchester University, and you didn't know what to expect, and that life is so fragile, and you got to appreciate every moment that you have. And that's why, I have 4 children. Thank God they're all healthy and they're all, active in different endeavors. And I always told them before they went to do something, have fun at whatever you do, and have a passion, whatever it is. It could be anything. It could be sports. It could be the arts. It could be anything. And they are all involved in everything. And I thank God for that, because it's something that you shouldn't take for granted. The moments that you share with them. And I think when you get unfortunate incidents like this, it does offer a dose of perspective, and it's something that you can't take life for granted.
To hear more about the Lower Merion Hazleton area game and more thoughts about Bryant, watch Dave Day this week on Community NEPA News.